Hi, hello, and welcome to my reselling channel, Flippin' Hippos. I'm Star. Today is Wednesday, and we're going to do kind of a mix of a motivational and organizational topic today. We're checking in on our 2026 goals. Hopefully, when we were talking about this at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, you did keep track somewhere and write down the goals that you had for yourself and your business for this year. Because it is July, we're halfway through the year, we're going to do a check-in today. 6 months seems like a really long time, but it is also plenty of time to completely change your business. If your goals aren't complete yet, or maybe they're not on the right track, you still have time. 6 months is a long time. So first, let's celebrate what went right. Before we focus on what didn't happen, let's focus on what did. What went right? Have you learned a new skill? Did you improve your listings, increase consistency, organize inventory, try a new platform? Were any of these things on your goals for the year? And did you accomplish any of them or try any of them? Growth isn't only measured by sales, and goals are not only measured by sales. You can have a goal of, I'm adding a new platform, or I'm going to start walking every day. Goals can be intuitively built in to you and your business, and it's not always about sales. What leads to a successful business is those little tiny steps that you take every day, those little routines that you do every day. And those are often built by trying new things, adding new platforms, listing more inventory, finding a way to be more consistent, and finding a way to be more productive. Okay, so now that we've patted ourselves on the back and we've looked at what we have accomplished and what we have done, now it's time to take a little bit harder of a look at ourselves. What goals have we not started? Are we not achieving, and probably won't be able to finish by the end of the year? And then we need to figure out which ones still matter. Because while some goals may have sounded exciting back in January, you can now ask yourself, do I actually still want this? Because sometimes we do create goals that are exciting that as the year progresses, you realize, I don't really still want this. This isn't for me. Is it helping your business? Was it someone else's goal instead of yours? Did you figure out a different way to do something? It is okay to look at the goals and let goals go. It is okay to let goals go. That bears repeating. If it's not important anymore, if you don't still want it, if you found out that it's not going to work for you, let it go. Let's focus on the ones that still matter, that we need to finish by the end of the year. And sometimes you're doing better than you think, and that's why I ask you to stop and take toll every once in a while. Look at what you're doing. Look at your numbers. Look at how many listings you have, how many platforms you're on, how many listings you are doing daily. Do you have a bank that you built? Is your death pile smaller? Look around you. Because sometimes you're doing better than you think. And those goals that still matter, is anything holding you back? Because that's what you need to get out of your way. Those are the obstacles. Do you have too big of a death pile? Do you keep sourcing when you shouldn't be? Are you not listing enough? Do you feel burnt out? Do you have family obligations? Are you struggling with health issues? Are there too many distractions? Or do you have a fear of trying something new? Be honest with yourself. You don't have to put this in the comments and tell me. You don't have to tell anybody but yourself. I just want you to be honest with yourself. What's holding you back? And once you figure that out, it's easy to get over those obstacles. So for instance, let's say your goal was to list 15 items a day, and last year you were only doing 5. So that's an increase of 10. That's pretty big. And let's say you're checking in today and you're saying, I haven't really been able to accomplish that. And you realize it's because I source too much, or there's too many distractions in my office. Well, now you know you need to go on a buying ban or Lessen the distractions. And don't compare yourself to anybody else. I mean, we talk about this on the channel ad nauseum, but it's so important. You, your life, your family, your business is very unique. It is not like anyone else's. So you can never compare yourself to anyone else because you are living your own very unique life that's different. You can aspire to be successful like other resellers. You can emulate pieces of their business that you find to be successful. You can learn, you can listen, you can aspire, but don't compare. I like the way she does her inventory. I'm going to do mine that way. I like how Star does her banks. I'm going to try those. Oh, I like the way he sorts his desktop. Like, you can always learn and emulate and aspire, but don't compare. Someone else that's doing better than you may not be. You never know. You never know. So stop that. That's nonsense. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself and ask yourself, now that you've established what goals still matter, what's in the way of accomplishing them, what do you need to change? If your answers all along have been in the positive, like, oh, I'm already well on the way to achieving my goal and there's nothing, no obstacles in my way, you're doing good. But a lot of us are probably struggling and have those obstacles. And once you figure out what they are, then you decide what needs to change. What do you need to stop doing? Are there things you can automate? What are you doing that wastes the most time? What brings the biggest return? What can you implement in your schedule each day that will allow you to be more consistent and productive? Small improvements add up a lot more than doing one big thing every time you figure you're behind. Implementing these small things over time will help you to have more control of how you're spending your time. And you can always make new goals. You don't have to wait for New Year's, next month, Monday morning, next quarter. You can start a new goal on a random Thursday morning at 11:33 a.m. You can start new goals anytime you want. Anytime. Challenge yourself. Continue to grow. Don't become stagnant because you're waiting for some big New Year's Day or Monday morning or some big notation mark on the calendar. You can do it at any time. I clearly couldn't find the word I wanted there, but that's okay. You get my drift. So, and then if you have like a big goal that feels, oh man, it's already July and I don't know if I can do this, break it down. Break it down. If you have something big and you have 6 months left, what can you do each month to get there? And then break it down weekly, daily if you have to. Make them small. Make them small. And the other thing you can do is starting to prepare for Q4 because the rest of the year is going to fly by. So now is the time to finish your goals, build your inventory, clean your workspace. I did a whole video on Q4 preparedness. So I'll pop it up at the end. But I just want to end this with letting you guys know that your January goals don't define your success. Okay, some of those goals aren't important anymore. Some of those goals you don't want anymore. Maybe some of them you found weren't really going to work or be able to be implemented into your business model, and that's okay. Maybe some of them still matter and you're struggling to meet them, and that's okay too. Find out what's stopping you, make a plan, and move forward. Usually what makes the biggest difference in your year as a reseller and the biggest difference for your business is what you do from July through December. It's the biggest selling time of the year when we get into Q4. If you're ready for that, you're ready for anything. And a lot of what you're going to do in this last half of the year is going to matter a lot more. So stop worrying and start making decisions and plans. if you want to share anything with us in the comments, let us know a goal that you have already accomplished this year, or one that you're close to or know that you can finish out. Let us know. What is one goal you're committed to finishing, one you have already finished, or you know what? Let's have the people chime in with the things they're going to stop doing. Is there a goal you made that just doesn't fit? You don't want it anymore? I'll let you know mine. So my goal this year was to put out a recipe every week on Etsy, a digital recipe for sale. And hand in hand with that, I was creating videos for my social media. For the first couple of months of the year, I was doing really good. Every time I cooked a dish or a new meal in the kitchen, I was taking photos. I was doing step-by-steps. I was writing the recipes out and putting them for sale on Etsy. And the ultimate goal was somewhere in November, I was going to pull all of the recipes off so that they were no longer for sale on Etsy, and then add 20 new, never before seen, and make a cookbook that I was going to sell in December for the Hungry Hippo Cafe. For the first 3 months, it worked out really well. And then I just didn't have it in my schedule to do the recipes. I can tell you where I messed up. Very strict routines over here. Lots of time management. I didn't really work in a specific day or time to do the recipes. I was just doing it when I could find spare time. That doesn't work, especially for someone like me. There is no spare time. I can't just work things in. I have schedules and I do things. And so it just kept getting put off until I realized, oh my gosh, it's been like 4 months since I've done a video or put up a recipe. And now I have hundreds upon hundreds of videos and photos of my cooking saved on the computer and my phone. And I look back and I'm like, what the hell was I making? And what were the steps? And what did I do? How do I write this recipe? Because a lot of what I do, I just make up as I cook. So there you go. There's mine. It's not that it doesn't still matter. It's I didn't find a way to work it in to my schedule. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm taking a 9-day break at the end of June into July. And when I come back, I will be adding a couple more platforms to my repertoire. So I'll probably be on 9 platforms, but I'm also going to try to find a way to schedule this in. And if I can finish out, you remember earlier when I said what you do from July through the end of the year sometimes matters more? If I can schedule this in so that I'm doing it weekly and get up recipes now through December consistently and steadily, going into next year, I'll have that as part of my routine. And maybe I just have to look at doing the cookbook towards spring or summer of next year, but consistently putting up recipes until then. So there's I'm not sure that I'm going to stop doing it. I have to either rethink how I'm going to do it or just put it on hold for next year. But that's kind of my plans and what I'm thinking. So let us all know in the comments your goals you're accomplishing, something you're committed to, or something you're going to let go. And subscribe. Hit the like button. It helps me feed my hungry hippos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.